Hi guys, welcome to reality.
And that was his introduction. We are going to be doing the sweetheart or the high school sweetheart tag, and kind of inadvertently we were tagged by Missy Lanning because she didn't know anybody else who happens to be a high school sweetheart, and you're looking at some of the best too. We are like the cream of the crop.
Oh,
Vegan
yeah.
cream though. But anyways, so the first question is, how old were you when you met?
13.
And I was 14. We've known each other since so basically we met each other freshman year of high school, and long story short, our school wasn't like a normal high school. You majored in things kind of like how one majors in college. So me and him from the beginning had two classes like automatically together, regardless, since we both were majors in Japanese. So when we first met, like he said, he was 13 and I was 14. And
I like dating older women.
Yeah, exactly. No. And it's funny enough is that I really actually liked him the first time I met him, and I was actually trying to get his attention, but he could not stand me. He thought I was like
Annoying.
And
loud.
And loud.
And obnoxious.
And I guess apparently now he's grown a taste for that because he doesn't seem to mind it now. But I tried everything to get him to like me, and he even hit me with like a sword, and that's probably...
It wasn't a real sword, it was a kendo sword.
Yeah, but he hit me over the head with it, and I was like, you know what? Maybe it's time to move on. So, and like, moving on, we're moving on to the second question. What class did you meet in? I mean...
We met in Japanese.
I mean, yeah, technically speaking, I guess you can say we met in Japanese class, but I didn't actually notice, because I didn't know that I had a class with him until I saw him in my careers class, and that's when I, like, instantly fell in love or whatever.
And I knew that she was in my Japanese class.
And he knew I was in his Japanese class.
She had an annoying rainbow belt.
Which I've tried wearing as, like, a flag to be like, hey... Look at me. But it didn't work. So anyways. So he said he first saw me in Japanese class. I first saw him in our career class. So whatever. How did your parents react?
My dad didn't care.
And my parents, they didn't really like the idea of me going out with a girl at the time. So, here's a shocker as well. He was born a girl. So, at the time when I met him, my parents weren't all too fond of the idea of me being bi or lesbian or whatever they thought I was. I had come out to them earlier that year in the summer, so the summer leading up to my senior year of high school, I'd ended up coming out to them, and of course I got the whole, it's just a phase, even though I've been feeling like this since I was like in middle school and this and the other, and they didn't like it. So of course, pretty much up until the day of our first wedding, I was always just getting like stuff thrown at me, just like, you probably have a hormone imbalance, or you're doing this because we didn't like love you, or I wasn't given enough Barbie dolls. It was all sorts of wild things. But now everyone's good, everyone's great. My parents, I think, like him now. They like you. My mom likes you.
Yeah.
My floor likes you, and my dad is pretty cool with it now. I think one thing that really helped, which is kind of messed up, but whatever, is his transition. So I think it was just really hard for them to, I don't know, I guess introduce people or the world to be like, hey, this is my daughter and her wife. And now I guess it's gotten easier to be like, hey, this is my daughter and her husband. And like I said, it's messed up, I know, and in a perfect world, whatever, but here we are now. So my parents are cool with it now, I guess, and if they're not, they give a good freaking impression of it because he's not going anywhere. So yeah. Did people take your relationship seriously?
No.
No.
Not at all.
Funny enough, we actually lost a lot of friends, but gained them back later on. So once again, like I said, we were all in Japanese class, and pretty much the majority of your friends were in your major. So most of our friends were in our major, like I said, and these are people you've grown up with since you were like 13, 14.
Yeah.
So, they become like a second family to you, basically.
And they pretty much thought that our relationship was completely out of the blue, and like we would never like normally be together. Like it was just super random. So why would you guys be together if you weren't together before?
Exactly.
And it's just like because we didn't know each other the way we know each other
Yeah.
now.
And it was just
And people
really bad.
change. Like I definitely had changed in those 4 years, and you know, I was a different person.
Yeah, and it was really bad. Like I said, it was just like a really big tear in between our like friendship group. It was really bad. No one took us seriously. They even made bets, allegedly, which apparently now I've actually gotten the true story behind it, but when I first heard it, that's like really hurtful. Like, because like I said, these are your friends, you're like best friends, and you hear that behind your back, they're like, oh, they're not going to last a week or a month, and unbeknownst to them, look at this now, I've been married twice. So, did you ever skip school together?
Yeah,
Yeah.
a couple of times before we were even dating.
Exactly. One of my favorite like memories of him is him convincing me to skip English, which I mean I would do anyways regardless, but it was just like it was weird. It was just like secret date or something in the library, and he was the sweetest thing ever because the night before we had spent the entire night until like morning time. So pretty much he called me right when he got home from school, and then we talked until we both had to get ready to go to school the next day. And my throat was hurting because I was sick, and he asked me, what did you ask me? He didn't ask me anything. I made it up. No, he asked me if I wanted any green tea, and I said green tea, and he said yes, with honey and ginseng. So the honey would make my throat feel better. And I was like, yes. And it was the sweetest thing ever. But he doesn't remember what happened 10 minutes ago. So.
No, I remember, because I remember like where we sat in the library, and like I remember it was like it wasn't really like, dude, like it was like Lipton bottled green tea.
No, it wasn't Lipton, it was Arizona.
No, it was the bottled one, babe. It was the one in the clear bottle.
Oh.
Like
I thought it was the Arizona one. I've been lying to myself this entire
no,
time.
it was because it was the one my dad used to buy all the time.
Yeah,
but it was like
that
a
makes
cold
sense
green
now.
tea. It wasn't like
He didn't steep it.
it's not like I steeped it for like ooh, all romantic.
No,
like,
it was very romantic.
whatever.
It was very romantic.
No.
So yes, we would ditch, and it's funny because he would also ditch, but ditch his class to come to one of my classes. I was in like.
She was in special ed.
No, whatever. No, but I was in. That's what I was looking for. I was. So no problem to anybody. Whatever. If you're in special ed, you rock it, bro, and you whatever. But anyways, what was I saying? I was in danger of not graduating. That's what I was looking for, because I messed around a little bit too much in high school, and I was like, I can take this class again my senior year, and you don't want to do that. If anybody who's younger is watching this, you don't want to be the senior in like freshman and sophomore classes. It is not cool. It is not fun. Pay attention the first time around. Granted, you can make it up later, but everyone had like short days, and people were going out to breakfast, and they were like, oh, well, my day's over. I'm going to go catch some lunch, and I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I got to go to my, my Algebra 1A class. It was bad. It was really, really bad. So pay attention. But anyways.
Well, I was the perfect student. I got an honors diploma. I graduated with honors. And I had my free breakfast period.
Yes,
and I even took extra classes just because I wanted to. I took an extra science class just because I wanted to learn.
Just because he wanted to learn. Anyways, no. So he would come down to my study skills class, and he would help me do homework and just like help me study for tests and stuff. And my senior year, I think honestly, thanks to him, was my best year of anything. It was great. But yeah, so... But he kind of got in trouble, though, because wouldn't you ditch, what was it, psychology or
no? I would ditch government.
Oh, government.
And that was actually a required class, and because I was ditching all the time, I actually got a D my first semester, which was my lowest grade I'd ever gotten in the history of forever. Like, I'd never gotten a grade that low before. In my first semester, I got a D. So, I think I brought it up to a B my second semester, and then I passed my... final with a B, so I finished off with a B, but my first semester I got a D.
It's pretty bad, and it was all because of me. So, next question. Did you go to prom together?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, we went to our...
We went to senior prom.
Yeah, we only went to senior prom together, but I mean, I don't feel like we had that many dances. Our school, like I said, is really weird.
No, yeah. Well, there was only one prom. It's not like there was a junior prom and a senior prom.
Yeah.
The juniors could go to senior prom, but it, like, they didn't win anything. It's not like there was, you know... There was just prom king and queen. I don't think we had princes and princesses.
I don't think so. And if we did, that was really unbeknownst to me. But yeah, one thing, like, so we didn't have any, like, I think
you could only go if you were going with a senior. Maybe juniors weren't allowed.
I think so. It was something like that.
I think
like
we did only have a senior prom.
Yeah, we only had a senior prom, and I think you could only go if you... The youngest you could be was a junior, but your date had to be a senior. And what was another thing? And I know, like, I know lots of other high schools will have, like, Sadie Hawkins, and I feel like the only time we ever had a Sadie Hawkins was, what is it called, freshman year. Another thing about our school is that we didn't have a sports team or anything. Like, we didn't have any sports, so it's not like we could have been, like...
We were a performing arts, artsy-fartsy, international studies... globally traveled.
Yes.
Crazy people.
Like Carlos here, he's globally traveled.
Yeah.
So next question is, how long did you date before getting engaged or married? So, well, like I said, we've been married twice. So.
We got married when I was 21.
Yeah. But we were engaged for how long?
Well, we got together, engaged, for like 2 years?
I think so, yeah. So
almost 2 years, like a year and a half.
And people are so mean because they're like, they're never going to get married. Like, oh, I hate people.
Yeah, no. We got married in 2010.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got married again in 2013.
Yes. So,
right? Was it 2013?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's been lots of fun. And how long have you been married / engaged?
So I guess 2010, 2008, what's it, 2015?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, 7 years that we've been,
No, it's been 4 years married, right? The first time, and then we're going on 2 this year.
Well, yeah, but they say engaged.
Oh.
Married / engaged.
Oh, excuse me.
So I was trying to figure out the engaged part.
I'm sorry, go ahead. And this is why I was in danger of
So we're going on
failing.
7 years, 7 years engaged in February. Well, I've been engaged for 7 years. And then married for 4.5 the first time, and then 2.5 the second time.
Mm. So yeah, and that is our sweetheart tag. I don't know of any
fellow YouTubers.
Yeah. So I mean, if you watch this and you wanted
do it. Tag us.
Exactly, tag us. There'll be lots of fun.
And we'll subscribe to your channel.
Exactly, a subscribe for a subscribe. I know my channel's pretty weird. I got all sorts of things, but legitimately, that's the type of person I am. I'm just a very weird and everywhere person. But I promise I'll try to kind of tone that down. But yeah, so thank you for watching, and like we said, tag yourself, subscribe, leave us a message, follow us on Instagram, all of that cool, jazzy, fun stuff. And thanks for watching. Bye.